We got a question from a listener,
Okay.
right? So we got a question from a listener, Rolling Tide 22. I told him we was gonna hit him back on it, and now we're gonna hit him back. It says, "I'm really enjoying the content. Could y'all touch on a question I have? I'm a new first class, right?" He says 7 years in with 5 other firsts in my division. How can I is not in there, but it should say, how can I strive for my goals and not step on any toes along the way? We have a solid division, so there's been issues. Just seeing if you have any insight. What you got, Damon? I'm interested in what you got.
Okay.
You got the rundown, right?
Yeah. So first, man, I'm gonna tell them about my experience because I went to a aircraft carrier and they had like 4 or 5 other first classes when I first got there, right? So I talk about that experience in a minute, but to the end of his question, man, that's what was key to me in this whole question was he has a solid division.
Yeah.
Right. One thing about it, man, is that we all, if you're a competitive guy or you anything like that, you want to be the guy, right? You want to be the person. But it's hard not to look at someone who's doing good, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I can be like number 5, but I look at number 1 and I'm like, hey, he's just good, man. Like I respect that. I respect that person. So already by him saying I have a solid division already, I mean he respect those guys in the division, right? Now, I do think they all need to have a conversation because they all can eat. You know what I'm saying? They all can eat. So I really do think a good healthy conversation could be great. You know, grab things that you're good at and you want to do and roll with it, man. Like if you're good, it's gonna be noticed, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's going to be noticed. Your work ethic, whatever you do, and it's good, someone's going to see it. So always remember that, man. If you're good, somebody's going to notice it. Take care of sailors, and most of the time when you take care of sailors, it take care of everything else, right? Now, from my experience, on a carrier when we had a 5 other first class. So I gets there, and soon after this, I made chief. Maybe like 5 months after or whatever, I made chief. But I get there to the carrier and I find out, man, it's like freaking 5 other first class in the division. I was trying to figure my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But of course, time I got there, maybe like a week or 2, they made me the LPO. You know, of guys that's been there for a while. Now, with that being said,
it was
I'm not totally sure. And I don't want to get it why I'm totally sure, but another reason could be why I was a senior guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Out of all of it, I think I had been at the time like 13, I want to say like 13 years or whatever, and 12 or 13. And I know I was a senior guy, and that's kind of how it went, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, those guys respected me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they wasn't no slouches, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't like they was like garbage or anything. But when I got the position, man, I want to throw a shot to those guys that was there on the Nimitz with me, man, because it was all love. You know what I'm saying? It was all love, and we came together to take care of the sailors, man. So that's kind of like one of those situations. It easily could have went opposite. Them guys been on board a year or 2. I come there automatically. Now I'm the LPO. Think about how that could have went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Could have been a whole lot different, but most of the time, man, people respect what you can do. You got some people who don't, of course. But what I tell him, man, with this question, it's a hard question, kind of because of the fact of everybody's competitive and everybody want to be the dude or the guy or the person or whatever. But another good thing came out of this whole thing with me was I made chief that year. The other guy made chief the next year. Then eventually another guy made chief. You know what I mean? So we all end up, you know, getting to the point we did good, and everybody, you know, went off to do great things, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So at some point, higher tenure for a first class was what, like 14 years?
Ooh, I want to say it was 14. I think now is 22 years now.
Yeah,
I think 14 or 16 it was before. I think it's 14 or 16.
Yeah. So it was like, I think it was like 14 years. back in like 2012, 2013 time, right? But I made first. I was a young first as well. And I'm gonna speak like kind of the same way you spoke. I'm gonna speak about what happened with me, and then I'm gonna speak, But I made first, and I remember. So I was a second class on shore duty. I got hurt like soon as I got it. So I got the shore duty in like November, December. I got hurt in March, got surgery in May, and somewhere the March result, the May results came out in June or whatever, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. The March results came out.
Took in March, came out in June.
Yeah.
Like
so they came out in June. So I made first, and I remember my Chiefs and them called me. I was hurt. I was on convalescent leave when the results came out. So, but in that time, we got a first class come, right? We had a first class coming to the division, who was at that. This my last chance, or I got two more chances. Like, look, before higher tenure set in, and I remember, like. Within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of me getting back to the command, coming off of convalescent leave, the first class pulled me to the side. And he was like, yo, I might have talked about this on the pod, but he was like, hey man, like you need to kind of dial it back with like what you doing here or whatever like that. And I ain't really understand the conversation. He was like, I got one more look. He's like, I don't have that much time. I'm actually up for chief. I need to make it, whatever. And he was like, you're not even eligible, for chief or whatever. I had like 6 years, something like that. And he was like, so, it was like so chill out, not those words, but it was like, yo, chill for a minute, fall back, let me get it. It's enough room for everybody to eat type vibe. And I'm like, and now my response, was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know I'm getting in the way of anything. I don't know I'm stopping anything. This is my mode. Like, this is the way I operate. Like, I'm inspired by Kobe Bryant at that time, like athletes, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Like I'm inspired by people that put in work. Like I'm coming straight off the ship. Now, mind you, I just got off convalescent leave, so I feel like I owe some work. I just made first. I feel like I gotta, show these people who I am or whatever like that at the new command. So I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I'm just doing me, bro. Like I wasn't even thinking about all of that. Like I'm just, I'm just a dumb jarhead, whatever word you could think of or whatever. But I'm just the worker. Like I'm a grunt, man. Like just, I'm in the fight. And I ain't really know how to take that at that time. You know what I'm saying? A little older now, I get it, like what he was saying. But I was young, man, rebellious. At that time, 20s, like young boy. Like I was like, man, I'm not worried about, and I just kept going the way that I was going because I'm like, this is my speed. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel now, right now. So, before I get there, I want to say that we kind of rearranged some stuff. So then I was working with a group of first classes. So I was in almost that same predicament as him again. I'm not going to say all of the first classes in that group were like amazing. Like I'm not going to say that though, right? But I will say that I was working with a group of first classes, and I still then didn't know like where to find my footing because I'm like, it's a lot of us. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to overstep any of those dudes or whatever. But this what I'm gonna say nowadays, and that's how I feel right now today. All right, run at your speed, right? If somebody is competitive or are going to compete with you, they going to run at a faster speed or they going to run at your speed to keep up with you. But don't not run at your speed as whoever you are as a person. Like be yourself. Like don't dial back who you are so other people could like be something else. Because in my opinion, that don't improve shit. If I run at my speed and like somebody else is either running at a speed to keep up with me or running at a speed to run faster than me, then that improves everything. Everything is better. And that's how I feel today. Like I'm not going to stop being who I am so somebody else could like do something. Like if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So for him, it's like, yo, if you ambitious and you want it, what if the other people not? Like, it's like, I'm not going to not be ambitious so somebody else could not be ambitious too. And then like something starts to fall off. Like, I understand that the division is already good, decent. Like you said, like I'm still saying the same thing you said. You know what I'm saying? Like that greatness, that shit is going to shine through anyway. Like you don't got to force that. Like if we all clicking, if we got a good team, if we got 5 really good players on the team and we all clicking, we're all clicking. You know what I'm saying? However, the chips fall, I'm not going to care if we all great. I really like that ranking and all that, man. I'm not. Yeah. However, the chips fall, if we all great, we all great. I remember, getting ranked. My man got ranked like number 2, one of my homies, right? And I hate to talk about this kind of stuff, but one of my boys, we first classes, he got ranked number 2 at that command. And he was like, if I'm number 2, he was like, you better be number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, you better be, I wasn't, but he was like, you better be number 1. Like that's how I feel like you do it when y'all clicking. Like Pusha T got that when you all clicking like Golden State. Like, but like, that's like how it should go. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm him, I'm not dialing back nothing. I'm not considering anything. Now, when it come to divvying out roles and tasks, every great team got roles and tasks divvied out. Like, all right, I take care of this, you take care of this. We do this together. But I'm not dialing back who I am as a person and my general self for somebody else can do some stuff. That's just not where I'm at.
Yeah. And with that being said, what you just said right there, man, like, and the chief going to help out with that too. He's going to divvy out these things to help you guys divvy out all these things. And that's how you can be judged sometimes, right? Like if I divvied out 5 things, I know you guys got 5 things. If 3 of them shit is still shitty, now I know I can step up to get shit done. You know what I mean? That's kind of how you can figure things out also, man. But yeah, man, like you right,
the
man.
Chief better. I hate hearing people say, yo, I took a step back. So this person, Deshaun, took a step back.
What that mean, man? Like, that's a life type deal, man. Like you work, you right, man. I'm at my pace and you telling me I need to dial my pace down so you can look good. Yeah. No, man. No.
Like that's my pace. I don't even know what I'm doing. But like, if you the chief, you the leader, you're in a leadership position, you better figure out how to make those pieces like make sense. You know what I mean? If you got all LeBrons on your team or whatever like that, some people gonna hate hearing that because people just hate LeBron. But if you got all LeBrons on your team, you need to figure it the fuck out. Because they either gonna click and it's gonna be great, or it's gonna be tension and they not gonna click. The first thing that need to kind of get removed, I think, is egos. I think a lot of great teams are defunct basically because of egos, like are like broken down and destroyed because of egos. And that could be with anything, that could be with like anything. Like, we came up in a time where like you get like Nelly and the Saint Lunatics, or you get like Cameron and Dipset, or you get Jadakiss and the Lox. You get like these groups, right? And I could probably take my Lox statement back because Styles is amazing too. But you get like these groups where it's like one person is the one, and then like Eminem and D12, like everybody else is like the group, they the role players. But it's like, they normally succeeded. Like think of Kevin Hart and his friends, or LeBron and his friends, or Drake and his friends. Like if this person is the person, then let's let this person be the person and let's be great at whatever it is that we're great at. A lot of people don't let that happen because they get weird with their egos, So it's like, if I'm real good at 3M and you real good at like training, something else, technical training, something that got to do with the sellers, I'm going to be good at 3M. I'm not going to try to do what you're great at, but I'm going to also learn from you so I can get better at whatever it is that you're great at. And hopefully you learn from me and there ain't no egos involved. Yeah. So I hope we answering his question.
Yeah, me too, man. And then it's once you learn the art of winning. You know what I mean? Once you learn the art of winning, that's all that matters. Like you winning, man. Yeah. And everything, a lot of stuff fall in place. And sometimes it takes experience to get there. Sometimes it takes time. So
do your thing, man. Do your thing. Don't not do your thing for the sake of anybody else. What's his name? Rolling Tide 22. Do your thing. Don't stop. Don't cut back. Don't short yourself. Do the greatest you could do. If people care as much as you, they're going to do better, or they going to be equal to you and stride. If that's not the case, then they don't, in my opinion, that's all my opinion. If that's not the case, then they don't care as much as you. The person that stopped running because the person too fast, like I'm not, that ain't the person that I glorify, bro. Like, you know, and that's just me and the way my mind works, you know, and I ain't even trying to get on no Jocko Willink type, you know, but that's just me, man. Like if you stop running because the dude too fast and you quit, then that's, you know, that's not where your heart is. You know what I mean? I remember I used to play 2K, man, and I thought I was the man. And one of my homies, I was better than him. You know what I'm saying? And we kept playing. And in short time, he made short work of me. Like he got better than me. I stopped playing, man. My heart wasn't there. Like, you know, my heart wasn't in trying to be a better 2K player than him. Like I couldn't take the abuse. Like then he was a trash talker. So yeah. If they not running with you, then it ain't it, man. Or if they getting jealous, man. Yo, Damon, if you go put up 30, bro, I'm not jealous. Like I'm trying to put up 25 right next to you. I'm trying to pass you the ball. If you doing your thing, I'm trying to do my thing with you.
The ball, yeah.
Let's go, bro. Let's do this thing. Like I be so happy when people clicking, and even as a chief, like when you get like a lot of talented like people, you know, it's like you're like happy. You're not like mad about that or like trying to like, oh man, like he beast at this. She great at this. Do-do-doom. Like it's not what, you know, people think it is. Like, don't know one person had to shine. All right, you know, I'm sorry we beat that up.
But I want you guys to know, you guys hear me and Dumbo talking about this stuff, but when we talk about this stuff, man, it is what the young people say, no cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No cap. This is real. This is what we talk about, and we love having conversations like this, man, because it's not that at all, man. We want everybody to win, man.
Yeah. I hate feeling like, you know, I hate feeling like I'm on an island when I think about like being successful when doing your best. You know, sometimes I feel like, man, like are we on an island? Like, does that sound like it's cocky? Like, cause that's not what I want it to sound like. But just be successful. Do your best. Don't let nobody else drive you down right there. You know?